Otherworldly. Welcome back to the Aristocrat's Outwardly Adventure anime review, episode number 3. We're here to discuss episodes 5 and 6. 5 starts out interestingly with Kai, where he's basically, being visited by the Prime Minister, even though the King wanted to see it because, the King is going to be his future father-in-law. So he's there because he's given a key and some notes related to directions to his new house, his mansion he's going to get. And then one of his other future father-in-laws, Duke Eric, comes in, challenges him to a game of Reversey, and the whole staff challenges him after being all that. He arrives at the mansion, and the place is a frickin' wreck. Yeah, glass is broken, thing is place falling apart. He goes inside, he unlocks the door, no problem. He goes in there, and, big hall, all this other stuff here. So then he proceeds to use magic to basically remodel. They even count the bit basically where he actually stepped through one of the broken floorboards. So he fixes the place up, and this is where you have Sylvia comes in, one of his maids, and of course we're introduced to Cerberus' nephew, which they don't say is his nephew, it's just somebody he knows. Which I thought that was kind of weird that they don't mention the fact he's his nephew. Begin cleaning, cleans, I remodel the place, so get prepared for the party, because and he put everything all in, and then he invites his family. Of course, then he has to go back to his old house because his brothers are gonna be there. So yeah, get used to him. Of course, they cut the bit out here where he introduced him first time. They mentioned, you remember before, but you're too young to remember. So of course, he takes his parents, his sister, over to his house. This is a nice house. Needs some artwork. So he's like, okay. So then he proceeds to put a mounted red dragon in his entranceway. Basically the foyer, and of course the maids are shocked the fact they see this. And then that's not the only shocking thing. So then they install a special toilet, which they don't show it much in detail this episode for some reason. What's wrong with showing a toilet? It's a toilet. Oh, a special feature that sprays, ooh. So basically Graham got a chance to try it out, ooh. And did you have your house now? You got the artwork. You got to throw a party. It's a party? I just had one. Well, because Graham explains, because nobles who buy brand new mansions gotta host a party. So all the events out, and of course Cain wonders, why isn't the king on the list? It's basically social etiquette. Don't invite a king unless you're a higher ranking noble. So lucky enough, he's the king requests his presence. So at that point, it's and of course, Gukira's I'm going to his party. And he's why would I go to this party? So Kaiba is I was hoping to see you as soon as possible. So since I'm here you go. Now I've got the invitation. That was so funny. Yeah. And then they have, but by the way, preparation party party special glasses, they have sparkling wine, hamburg steak, and of course, since Kyan can't drink because he's not legal, which is something that in some series that some younger characters really? You can't drink because of age? He's a kid. A 10-year-old kid. So then, of course, they had the party, and it's a big hit. The king loves everything, including the special toilet. We also get to use his future mother-in-law, the queen. And he's like, how dare you keep this a secret? It's all in my house right away. Yeah. Yeah, first Graham tells him that, his father, and then, of course, the king tells him that. That was so funny. And then the rude Marquis basically comes by. It's saying this is good, and he says it's bad. And then it's I have basically something nice and shiny for you to have. The king! He's oh crap, it's the king! I'm sorry! That's what he said. And then later on, he's lectured by his two future father-in-laws for 2 straight hours. An absolute hilarious episode. Now, in the case of episode 6, because we're going to the 6. So, Cain goes to the courtyard of the Chivalrous Knights, which I finally figured out exactly who's voicing the Vice Captain Dame. Listen to his voice. That's Eric Vale. even though he's not credited for some reason. Yeah, finding credits for some of these characters is near impossible for this series for some reason. It just recently aired just this year. Because they apparently have credits for like the first couple episodes for some reason. I don't know why. And it's all about this captain being strong, and of course, like, oh, you got all these monsters who want to be Earth Dragon. The warehouse, not big enough. Drive out of the courtyard, and like, oh crap, I didn't realize it was this much. Yeah, of course, like, oh yeah, kill about Earth Dragon and well, all this other stuff. Yeah. Oh, by the way, they mentioned he killed that dragon for fun. Yeah, good thing you said that previously. Like, okay, he's so strong. Why not have a mock battle, like 1-on-1 and a 30, and then the captain comes like, stop. Let me take him on. And the captain turns to be a beautiful elf woman with green hair. Name. Let's see if I can find her name here, because I know she just showed up in this episode because it's quite hilarious. And I was trying to find out exactly like who her voice actress is. And her name is Jafina von Rebet. Yeah. So Kyan takes her on a mock battle, and he wins. And what's his reward for beating her in mock combat? Well, he gets her hand in marriage. He's like, what? Yeah, and of course, like, mock battle's like, oh, gotta talk to the king, because, of course, he's one of the future father-in-laws. And after explaining everything, he's like, okay, but first, get permission from your father first. He's like, cool. Come on, Hunter, let's go have more mock battles. And, of course, okay. And then, of course, like, so exhausting. And then because they question all his abilities, then he finally spills the beans. Half of the series that he's got memories from the world. The fact that Graham knew nothing about this at all. This is shock to him, well, because he's the father. And the fact he's met all 7 gods. And he shows the stats, which, yes, in the manga, they were shocked at seeing this stuff. Yep. So, despite the fact he's sort of a god's, he's basically referred to as God's apostle. So, everybody worshiping him. So, they request to keep all this a secret from everybody. So, basically, the only people who know is the king, the prime minister, the vice captain, Graham, Kyan's own father, obviously, because basically don't keep a secret from one of your parents. Basically, a bunch of 5 guys, including the prime minister. And they all agree to keep a secret. And just treat him like normal, the way they do, despite the fact that they know this is actual secret. And then afterwards, then Jennifer comes in and have more mock battles with him. And then we cut to the post-credits scene where he's being chewed out by his first 2 fiancés, Silk and Teffy. It's like, fine, like, you were Captain Jafia? And then she shows up and doesn't. Oh, by the way, when she meets with the king with Kai about her engagement to him, that's when they reveal, because the reason why he didn't tell her about his engagement to the daughter of the Duke and the 3rd princess, because the king requests to be a secret, and he's keeping it a secret, and the king appreciates that, but tells her anyways. And he'd be like, oh yeah, and like, I'll still be beautiful despite how old you are. Yeah, because they can live 300 years. And no denying, she's a beautiful woman. Yeah, but she's fiancé number 3, and she's probably the last one we're going to see, because from what I've read, he does get more fiancés, don't worry. If you're really curious of the manga, I've only read the chapter like 41, I think it is, at 55. I still have not read the light novels because there is no fan translation. There's the thing about the light novels for this series. There's no English translation for no official one per se, and no way you can tell what volume you're reading when it comes to reading the web novel. There's no way to tell. Yep. So yeah, unless someone can find out like a link where I can read the light novels of this series, please feel free to let us in the comments below. But still enjoying the series, and I can't wait to discuss the last 6 episodes. But next up is going to be the next episodes, and then go on to Girlfriend next. Okay, next video. Bye.